Hey, how you doing? This is Justin Redrick here to give you another dope video about Bitcoin, my journey here, just how this whole sheboying, get your Bitcoin vegan, from prison to Bitcoin, everything I do now just started. But before we even get to the story today, please like, comment, and subscribe to my page. Really want to be able to bring some great content, so please like, comment, and subscribe to this, and share with all your friends too. Anybody who might need that motivation, right? Just share it with them. Even if they don't buy Bitcoin, right? Because what I'm going to share with y'all today is going to change your life, and it's going to blow your mind so damn much, you'll probably never make excuses again. Another thing, follow me on all my social medias. Instagram, BitcoinVegan. Twitter, Bitcoin_vegan. There we go. Bitcoin_vegan for Twitter. Justin Redrick for Clubhouse. All the links will be down there. But Justin Redrick for Clubhouse. And again, please join Black Bitcoin Billionaires, all right? On Mondays, I host a room called From Bars to Bitcoin. I'm going to do my damnedest to have it running live next time I'm here. Have some computer problems next time, but it will be running live from Bars to Bitcoin. And check out everything down in the description box below, right? So today, what are we here to talk about, right? Today, this is so unique because this revelation came to me during some of the most darkest moments in my life, right? I found out about Bitcoin leaving one dark moment and headed to a little bit of a lighter but darker moment. It was almost like going from, in the reverse, like you're going from 3 a.m. to 1. Or better yet, you go from 3 a.m. to the darkest to probably about 4 or 5, maybe 5 a.m. to about 5:30. Anyway, you look at it, it was still a dark time where I found out about Bitcoin, especially coming out of the financial dark place, coming home from prison. No one really even expected me to even think Bitcoin was a thing. However, so during those early days, man, you learn about Bitcoin, you don't know what the hell is going on. And coming from prison, y'all knew I knew nothing going on, absolutely nothing. Had no financial pedigree, had no tech pedigree, not a damn thing. Only thing I knew how to do was learn. I knew I could learn well, I can learn quickly, I can compartmentalize some things, chunk it down and run with it. Make things into a story. I could do all these things with Bitcoin, right? And when I first learned about it from my friend Isaiah and my brother Miller L, they would just continuously try to teach me, push me, do this. And it worked in the long run. However, when you're first buying Bitcoin and you might just be new to investments, but it don't even matter about investments. When you're just first out buying Bitcoin, you don't really know what the hell is going on. All right. Bitcoin is for beginners, period. Bitcoin is the beginning. You get what I mean? You don't really start out knowing everything about life when you're born. And that's just how I looked at Bitcoin. I didn't know nothing about it, right? So, so I had my friends, Bitcoin Zay, Miller L, who has the MKD podcast. Check him out. Bitcoin Zay, the gentleman of crypto, him and King Bless. I had, Zay and Miller L teaching me day by day. But even if you have a friend who's in Bitcoin, you're always going to want to talk to other people, ask other people. And from where I was in a position in life where I knew I did not know everything of what was going on. I just came home from prison. There was nothing wrong with me not knowing nothing. I knew I didn't know nothing. I knew I didn't know everything going on. So, that's how that came there. So I started asking some friends I went to college with, people who I knew were in the financial space. They were kind of entrepreneurs. To me, it seemed like they were doing pretty well to speak on the topic of Bitcoin. However, I asked these questions. Hey, what you think about Bitcoin? What about this? What about that? Have you bought this? Do you think this? Whatever. Everyone would say the same thing, oh man, it's all good. There's nothing really to pay attention to. I've heard about it, but I didn't do anything on it. I have my money other places. What else did I hear? It's going to zero. My financial advisor said stay away from it. Nobody I really know and listen to, talk to, mentor me. Everybody who said that type of stuff, they would say everyone told me to stay away from it. Everyone told me to stay away from it, right? But I would go on YouTube, I would see billionaires who've kind of fallen off the Bitcoin pedestal. Mark Cuban, he's probably the only one. But you had Richard Branson. You had this one guy who was really intelligent named Trace Mayer. You just had some people really like from a traditional finance level, on an economic level, from the traditional world of money, really give praise to Bitcoin. I'm thinking like, damn, if these people here see something, but the people that I thought were smart or there don't, then I need to reevaluate, number one, who the hell I'm gonna start taking advice from. Number two, what's the different levels in money? And number three, I'm now noticing how innovation gets started. Because see, at that time, I remember I was holding my daughter and I was just walking around. I said, man, listen, I need to find the thing that's gonna change the world. I did not feel like putting my time in no other industry, thing, or asset that, you know how they say in 5 years, it takes you 5 years to make money. I didn't want to be there for 5 years and make some shit that everybody else is making. You know, so I said, all right, let's hop into Bitcoin. But I started looking at something differently. I would read a lot of articles where people say, man, this one guy sold his business, threw everything into Bitcoin, he's rich. You know, this one guy would say he stopped what he was doing. I would always hear about these stories about people stopping what they're doing to hop into the next greatest thing in the world. You would hear it done with Facebook. You would hear people do it with Apple. You would hear people do it with all these other great innovations and disruptions. So Bitcoin was the same thing for me, except I didn't have the fucking money, right? So my idea, what does a Bitcoiner, what does a billionaire and a guy with a record have in common? What does someone coming home from prison and one of the smartest people in the world in business have in common? What that thing was, and this is gonna blow your mind. I came to this revelation years ago. Time, knowledge, and learning. That's the only thing I had in common with Richard Branson at that time, even though I was sitting in my mom's basement trying to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do. That's the only thing me and Richard Branson had in common was time, learning, and knowledge. So I said, all right, if these guys can invest and all their money and all of their business, what the hell can I invest all of in me? My decision was time. See, I invested so much. I didn't even invest this time in prison. I just ended up having to go there. I did so much time in prison that I realized the greatest value in life is not money. It was time. And people on the billionaire level value their life and time. So for me, it was like, all right, how am I going to get these results that these guys are getting in my own life? I said, well, the most valuable thing I have is time, knowledge, and learning. I'm going to apply all of that into Bitcoin. Wanted to learn everything I could about Bitcoin. Wanted to be able to teach everything I could. I didn't really want to get stumbled up on no debates, but I wanted people to know that they could learn Bitcoin no matter where the hell they started at, right? Because it's like this. It's a demonstration I once read in a book by, I think it was Stephen Kotler said it, and Naveen Jain. They always made this description of this man who cut out a square in the wall and put up a tablet there and let the village children in India play with it. Now, none of the children had any tech experience. There was no computers around, really. Nobody really teaching it. However, one child went up there, he played with it. All right, he made some things happen. Then he spread it out to the village. And then before you knew it, the whole village was playing with the computer. However, we are in India in this story, and that laptop or tablet was in English. And the children still picked it up and used it well. So what am I saying here? You don't need previous knowledge of the past world to be successful in the new one. Like when I went to prison, I didn't know shit about baking a cake, but then I had to bake cakes from scratch, build the flour and the dough from scratch to make the cake. I knew nothing about that, right? But I gave the time that I knew was going to be needed to succeed in Bitcoin. I knew in 2016 that there will come a time that the world will need people who knows what they're talking about Bitcoin. All right. And that's the only thing I wanted to bring to you. What does a convicted felon and a billionaire have in common? Time, knowledge, and learning. That's what you will have in common with anyone in the world. And I say that because some of you will still be coming into Bitcoin from a flat broke status. We're just going to say it and not know what to do. You're going to think you don't have enough money to invest. You're going to think I don't make the billions of dollars like the rest of them. I haven't been in here like you have since 2016. I don't be able to get all the cheap Bitcoin that you did. None of that matters. It doesn't matter. All that matters is if you buy what you can and you apply as much of your knowledge to this, if you want to. If you want that, then you can do that and then grow from where you are. You got to start from where you are, right? But if you do want that, you don't know how to do that. You don't know how to talk in language, but you want to. You want to be confident. You want to have conviction. You want to be able to have the type of conviction where you are sitting in the negative and you still buy Bitcoin because you know that's the future. You want that type of conviction. You don't have to be that crazy, but you want strong conviction, knowledge on Bitcoin to be able to change your life and change others. I invite you to watch the video that says my best advice in 6 minutes down below. And if that isn't enough, you can reach out to me. I'm gonna leave my email down there. You hop on whatever your favorite social media engine is and contact me. But these are only for folks who really want to get going on something. You know what I mean? You really want to get going because you know you don't have no more time to wait. And it's not that you're flat broke, but you need to understand that my money is not working for me as fast as it needs to be. And I can't outplace inflation. Those are some of the things that I learned since being here in this space, man. Remember, you always have time, knowledge, and learning. That's all you ever will need. You build from there, you go from there. All right? You go from there and you invest in something like yourself in Bitcoin that'll help you propel you to that next level. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Again, please like, comment, subscribe, share with everyone you know. Until next time, peace.